I didn't really have one inspiration, at least in the beginning. I just wanted it to be fun and whimsical and really reflect CSU. The inspiration really was just the love of learning and then the river being the heart of the city.
I started on September 1st and showed up for work. And I walked past the loading dock and thought, this is an incredibly big, open, gray space that could be so much more vibrant and inviting for the community. So I immediately started asking people if they would be interested in doing a mural. And almost immediately people thought it was a great idea and something they'd want to be a part of.
It's kind of intimidating because it's big. But it makes me really proud at the same time because I did spend so much time and effort into making this design, and it's like, okay, I can see the vision. I'm starting to see the progress, and it's just like it's the start. Having to translate these sketches in the scale is just so massive that it really is difficult. So the projector really helps in that way. It's not being the kindest tonight; it keeps shutting off, but it's still really useful, a really useful tool, and helps this process go a lot easier instead of having to reference the photo, make it larger, et cetera, et cetera. And then the sketch, obviously, it's really the foundation of the mural. And without that, it's really hard for the volunteers, also hard for me because, again, going back to reference the image, it just makes it a lot longer of a process, and we only have like 3 days now, so.
It's been, all through the planning stages and the design competition and everything, it's been sort of something that sort of has lived in our heads, like this is a thing that's gonna happen. So just seeing it all come together, and the fact that this is students and faculty and administrators all kind of working together, it's really, seeing it finally take physical form I'm kind of pinching myself. This is like the best part.
You don't see a lot of young classmen being empowered enough to, to submit something. So I was really kind of excited about that, because that means we're getting a new generation of students that are very, that believe in themselves and that, have confidence.
The certain area of the little girl, she's like pointing in the book. That honestly was kind of based off of myself. It was like a miniature self-portrait kind of stuck inside of it with the brown curly hair. And I remember, I've always loved learning. I was homeschooled and I've always been taught to love to learn and not just to memorize things. And so that was kind of supposed to be like a little self-hint, I guess.
My favorite part is definitely the astronaut, just because I love anything space-oriented, and I also love the whole idea of reading to escape, just because I've also personally done that for many, many years. Not to mention I also help paint it.
We got together as a jury. It was Hannah and Bryan and David Owings, the associate dean, and myself. And we had about an hour-and-a-half long meeting, and all the designs were really strong. But Cora's stood out for a lot of different reasons. And it was pretty much unanimous that hers was going to be the final choice.
Come and look at the mural. Spend time with it. It will be very easy to look at it and think you understand it, but as with any piece of art, the more you spend with it, the more time, the more energy, the more you'll end up getting out of it. And then I hope people see our mural and then they go look at other murals around town or wherever they happen to be, and they have a greater appreciation for all of it.